How does a former MP, a former minister, a former SG of a ruling party find himself in such situations? A man who has survived both a plane crash and a road accident, but now a new problem emerges. Is this political or is this dispute?
Oh ye Raphael.
Raphael Tuju.
To understand the story of the tribulations of Raphael Tuju, we have to go back to 2015. Then, Tuju was largely out of active government roles and more involved in private ventures. A Dr. Patterson, who at the time was 75 years old, wished to sell a 20-acre piece of land on Tree Lane in Karen, Nairobi to Tuju. Why Tuju? Tuju promised to observe the environment and not cutting the indigenous trees, something that Patterson wanted to be assured, and Tuju had done that with Dairy Park, which is only some few kilometers from Tree Lane. Also, Dr. Patterson was close friends with the Hamiltons, the family who had previously sold Tuju the land where Dairy Park is located. The land was valued at 1.2 billion shillings and Tuju paid 100 million shillings as deposit, and for the remainder, he took a loan from the East African Development Bank, EADB, which he said by coincidence knew he needed the money. But was it coincidence or someone pulling the cards? The bank agreed to pay the vendor $9.1 million and provide Tuju with 290 million shillings for development. But here's the turning point. Tuju claims that the 290 million shillings was never disbursed. So just put a pin in that. So for such a loan, the bank needs securities in case one does not pay, and Tuju provided them with two properties. One property was valued at 900 million shillings and Dairy Park was valued at 590 million shillings. However, Tuju claims the bank demanded further collateral and eyed another property he owned in Upper Hill worth 900 million shillings. And of course, that would be more than the loan he was taking, and so he refused. But let's unpin the 290 million. So Tuju claims that without this money, he could not build the villas meant for sale, which was the only way the project could generate the cash flow required to repay the loan. But time passed, and of course with the loan, inakuja default. So the bank went to court. The dispute first went to the UK because the original loan agreement stipulated that any issues would be governed by the UK law and ruled in favor of the bank. The High Court in Nairobi then officially recognized and confirmed the UK judgment against Tuju's company, Dairy. Then this happened. Why would police do the operation at 3 a.m? Someone was pulling the cards, someone powerful. And when you think it was done,
Detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, are tonight searching for former Cabinet Secretary Raphael Tuju.
1 day later,
Raphael Tuju reappeared at his Kerarapon home.
As we speak, they got hold of Honorable Tuju. You all remember that he had a very bad accident about 3 years ago. So they pushed him into the car. He hurt his back.
but the questions arise. Masaibu Tuju, was the loan a trap all along for him not to be able to develop? Could someone have lost the bid from Patterson and formed a plan to get the land through other means? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm Eric Mugo and this is News Diary.